In fact, there are a number of papers in the journal over the years that have tried to bridge the gap between humanities and, or philosophy in particular, and sciences, not by saying philosophy is a science, as some logicians might want to do, or some very rationalistic people want to do, but by saying science is an art. And that the idea that you could just be a scientist going from the data to conclusions is a tempting idea, that a lot of people think science is value free. But of course, as soon as you start thinking about it, you realize it isn't. So one way I talk about this in my own work, my own teaching. So I teach in a school of public policy, and we have students who have a very technical economics background. And they're very surprised that they study philosophy when they do public policy, because they think they should be learning about cost benefit analysis and doing value-free policy or value-free policy advice. And what I tell them is, think about those words cost and benefit. So cost is a value. You're saying certain things are negative. Benefit is a plus, a positive value. So if you're doing cost benefit analysis, someone has already decided that something is going to be a cost and something else is a benefit. And they've also decided how those things are going to be weighed against each other. And we can talk in a similar way about science. So science starts with measurement very often. But before that, it started with a decision about what to measure. So someone has to decide something is interesting before you get going at all. And we may decide certain things are interesting, other things are not interesting. How do we know that? How do we know what is interesting? Well, maybe we've got certain values. Maybe we've used our imagination in a certain way. So the idea that you can do some sort of pure rationalistic science just doesn't stand up.